I will go ahead and spin the wheel just a second time.
Okay.
Our second category is physical body. Because you talk about hiking and running, I think this question is very aligned. Is there a physical goal you're excited about right now?
It's funny you asked me that question. I took up running just over a year ago, and I ran my third ultra marathon just over 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago in Squamish. So that was my goal.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
How long is an ultra marathon?
50 kilometers.
50. And what makes it an ultra? Is it the length or the conditions?
I think it's the length. So a marathon typically is 42.2 kilometers, just over 26 miles, but an ultra marathon can be 50, 80, 100, so on and so forth. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a third one. Well, congratulations. It's a huge milestone.
Yes. So I signed up. It sells out. So I signed up pretty early, me, my other friends. And towards the end, like with many things, we have doubts, I worry. But I really enjoyed it. It's a beautiful, again, community of people that like to run, different backgrounds, different ages, you name it. But that was my big goal. So for weeks, training.
I don't want to feed, that need to have another goal lined up. Yeah. But I am curious to know if you think about something else.
Yeah, of course. Well, it's a little bit, I say dangerous, it's a little bit of a slippery slope because the more I do these runs, the more I meet people, right? Similar to what I said before. And I met someone that was from the island who said, oh, we have really great races on the island. Or I meet people from another country and, oh, you should come here. So I try not to do too much research, but I guess the next goal, there's 2 other runs, not ultra marathons, but 2 other runs, races, if you will. No, both of them, beg your pardon, are next month. So I will do that in September. And then after that, I think I will just enjoy running with no real race, I think, in mind.
I love that. Honestly, it sounds like a really good balance to have this career where you spend time with people and then outside of work, you exercise, you move your body. It sounds like a really good way to balance those two, like work and life.
Yeah, I would agree, more or less. I spend a lot of time sitting down. So for those of us, maybe similar to yourself, I really feel like I need to up and move. I have a lot of energy, so it's a good release. That said, I didn't know this when I started, but the more I meet people, then there's more, not expectation, but more, okay, I can run a little bit more, or I can do the next race. So I have to just be aware of that. And where I'm going with this is not to push myself. So with work, it would be burnout when sometimes newer counselors or people that are newer in their field, maybe there's a little bit of risk of burnout. But similar to running, injuries can happen. Sometimes there's a lapse in judgment. So just to be, yes, again, balance, and trying to be aware of that.
And have you always been active?
Yes and no. It's honestly depended on where I lived. Yoga, I've done a lot of yoga during the years. Hot yoga, Bikram yoga, what have you. Hiking, I want to say, has predominantly been in Canada, more sort of consistently and becoming really something that I look forward to. Running, I've never really been a road runner prior to just over a year ago. I've done a lot of things at the gym, so mainly on the treadmill. So I want to say somewhat active, but perhaps not, again, consistently or years on end.
Okay, and yeah, I just realized that I think you said you started running over a year ago.
Yeah.
And you ran 3 ultra marathons. This is wild. This is really wild.
It wasn't the plan. Originally, when I started running last year, my motivation was to do the BMO Marathon, which is in May. And I did do that last year. And then I made a friend, you make friends. And she said, oh, you've done a marathon. We can train for this ultra marathon in October. That was the first ultra I did. And yeah, I think I just carried on.